I stood at the center of the grand living room, the very one I had dreamed up, paid for and built with my bare hands. The marble floors beneath me, the crystal lights above, and the sweeping windows framing the skyline, all of it had been mine. At least it used to be. Now I stood surrounded by her family, their eyes flickering with smug delight, like scavengers circling what they believed was already gone. My wife, no, the woman who once wore that title, lounged on the velvet sofa, arms folded, lips curled into a smirk that churned my stomach. "You need to go," her father said, puffing out his chest with fake authority. "The house, the vehicles, the business, they're all in her name now. You're finished here." I didn't reply. I just let out a slow breath, feeling the sharp edge of the envelope in my pocket. Smooth, weighty, laced with the truth. This was the moment, the one I had mapped out piece by piece. I raised my eyes, meeting theirs, each traitorous face. My ex, her dad, her mom, her arrogant brother. They all saw the same thing, a man crushed, cast aside, ruined. But they didn't know what had planned, had started 6 months back. Decay had set in long before that, but that's when I caught the scent. Family always had this need to meddle. Whispers, nudges, suggestions meant to undermine. They loathed how I had built my success from nothing, without their surname, their old wealth, their favors. When they advised putting everything in her name for security, I should have known. But I smiled, nodded, and played the trusting husband. Let them think they had me fooled. Her rest her head on my chest and speak those sweet lies at night. "It's only temporary," she whispered. "We'll always share everything." I saw it in her father's gleaming eyes as I signed the triumph, her mother's satisfied nod, her brother's lazy grin, like he'd just won the jackpot. They thought they had stripped me of everything, but they forgot who I am. They didn't realize I had read every line, every clause, every word. The night I confirmed her affair, I didn't yell. I didn't fall apart. Turned cold, focused. I saw the late meetings, the texts, the seconds-long pauses when I walked in. She thought she was slick, but arrogance breeds mistakes. At night, while she slept beside me, breathing easy, I stared into the dark and made my decision. I wouldn't run. I'd turn the tide. Step 1 was protection. That's where they stumbled. The final page of the contract, buried deep, included a clause. If infidelity was proven, every asset would return to me. Title, ownership, everything. They never saw it. Sure. Too greedy. Too foolish. From that point on, I moved in silence, collecting proof. Messages, photos, bank logs. I tracked hidden activity. Liquidated quiet investments, pulled strings on assets they didn't even know held. And then I waited. Till now. "You need to leave," her father barked. Louder this time, frustration rising. Slid my hand into my pocket and pulled out the envelope. Slowly. Let them feel the weight of the moment. I placed it on the table with quiet purpose. "What is this?" my ex scoffed, grabbing. She skimmed the first page, her grin clinging to her lips, until it didn't. Her skin drained of color. Her eyes widened. Confusion, then dread. Then panic. "Shocked?" asked softly. "You really shouldn't be." Her father snatched the papers from her, his face turning scarlet as he read. His jaw clenched as the clause revealed itself. "The infidelity clause," I said, voice. "Oh, funny what people overlook when they're too busy celebrating their win." Silence. Crippling, thick silence. She stared, mouth open, no words forming. Her brother, always the hothead, lunged at me, growling. Stepped aside, calm, watching him topple. into the coffee table like the buffoon. You planned this, she gasped, the realization settling in. I leaned close. My voice dropped to a whisper sharp as frost. Of course I did. Her mother clung to her husband, muttering in panic. There must be a way around this. There's not, I said flatly. It's airtight. Maybe next time read the fine print. Her father slammed the papers down, shaking with fury. This won't stand in. Or our lawyers will. I let out a cold laugh. That's another